established.
Access granted.
Assalamualaikum to Dr. Siti Khadijah Hubadillah. My name is Azwani binti Abdul Aziz. My matric number is 278595. In this video, I will explain a little bit about the element of construction technology, which is the project life cycle, activities that involve during construction project, key players, project planning and controlling, and also a successful construction. Before that, I will explain first what is construction technology. Construction technology is defined as the collection of innovative tools, machinery, modifications, software, and so on that's used during a project construction phase. The goal of construction technology is to propel the industry forward by driving investment and innovation and increasing efficiency. Project life cycle. Did you know what is the project life cycle? The project life cycle is the sequence of phases that project goes through. The number of phases and the sequence of the cycle may differ depending on the company and the type of the project. However, as a part of a project, they must have a clear beginning, end point, and be time bounds. The life cycle provides the basic foundation for the action that must be performed in the project, regardless of the specific work involved. Project life cycle typically includes 4 phases, which are firstly the conceptualization phase. This can also be referred to as the initiation phase and is the starting point of any project or idea. It may involve many sub-activities, including a feasibility study, identifying the scope, identifying deliverables, identifying project stakeholders, creating a statement of work, and possibly determining initial cost, a price, and a timeline for the work to be completed. The second is the planning phase. Once the project's initiation phase is approved, it moves into a planning. This phase involves creating a project plan, define project organizations, project target, including the task, schedule, resources, and constraint on the project. The budget for the project is also created in this phase. In addition, risks should be anticipated and identified at this stage has shoot mitigation plans. Third is the execution phase. This phase is where the work gets done. Task owners begin work and the project manager oversees that tasks are done in a timely manner and workflow continues smoothly. Monitoring and controlling, managing the work and financial are a big part of this phase, as issues will always arise and require quick adjustment as the project progresses. Last but not least is the determination phase, which is also known as the project closure. This phase begins once the project has been completed. The termination phase typically involves disbandment of the project team, personnel and tools reassigned to new duties, and the project is transferred to its intended users. Once the team has completed all the tasks and the project owner sign off that all deliverables are complete, the project is closed. Any documentation is handed over to the project owner and it's required to an ongoing maintenance organization. The project is then analyzed for performance to determine whether the project's goals will meet, tasks completed on time and on budget. Activities involved during construction. The activities involved during construction, firstly, construction supervision. Construction supervisions including the preliminaries, finishes, demolition, M&E works, external works, concrete and brickwork. And the second is construction activities, progress payment, variation order, certificate fitness, which is CF, and also the certificate of practical completion, which is CPC. Key players. The key players include firstly owner, and the second is the designer or estimator. That include architect, CS engineers, M&E engineers, and quantity surveyor. And the third is the constructor. Firstly, the owner. Owners are also called the clients. The owner is the person who actually arranged the money for a particular project. The owner is an instinctive person who must launch idea. The owner may be a person or the government. He provides funds. He is the funding agency for the project. The scope definition is also provided by the owner. And the second is the designer or the estimator, such as architect. Architects are in charge of designs and project planning, and they are also responsible of the visual appearance of building and structures. Third is the constructor. Constructor means a principal participant or subcontractor written by the design builder who is involved in the actual construction of the project. Project planning and controlling. Project planning and control protect the project from risk and keep it on track for completion, even if things change throughout the project life cycle. Firstly, there is a project planning. Planning is one of the important steps in which controller and project managers work together. Whether it's creating project plans, schedule, work breakdown structures, or cost estimates, planning gives the team and baseline to work with throughout the project. Then the project controlling. Project controls are processes for gathering and analyzing project data to keep costs and schedule on track. The functions of project controls include initiating, planning, monitoring and controlling, communicating, and closing out of the project, cost and schedule. Project controls are repeatable processes for measuring project status, forecasting likely outcomes based on those measurements, and then improving project performance if those projected outcomes are unacceptable. The activities under the umbrella of project controls may include firstly developing a work breakdown structure, which is WBS, aligning projects with portfolio, collaborating on initial project schedule, project budgeting and forecasting, and so on. The project control implementations divides into two categories, the main office and the project site. The main office is divided in two sections, which are design and procurements. Aside from that, the project site is divided into two sections, which is construction and subcontractor. The element of project controls are classified into 5 categories, which include forecasting, budgeting, action plans, milestones, and tools. A successful construction. Successful construction project can be accomplished through a variety of techniques, but the overriding theme requires effective planning, oversight comparison, anticipating problems and managing them before they become delays, fail, and catastrophes. Below are a few suggestions for planning and managing construction projects in order to bring them in on time, on budget, and well constructed. Firstly, independent cost estimate. To ensure a successful project is to limit project overruns by obtaining independent cost estimate as the design progresses. This involves checking and double-checking the cost estimate for the work with contractor and supplier who actually perform the type of work or supply the type of product being specified, as opposed to leaving this task to the design team. An owner can use an outside consultant to provide objective information from trades or use its own personnel to obtain the estimates. Although this service involves an extra expense, the expense is modest and well worth the cost. The second is build an effective communication flow. Communication is crucial in every phase of any construction project. Building an effective communications flow will facilitate coordinations between all parties. One of the simplest ways to create an effective communication flow is using a centralized communication system. Third is set a reasonable schedule for construction. The timeline for a construction project should be driven by the scope and needs of the project. Never start a project under an undue time pressure, or inevitably the project will suffer the consequences. In the event that too much time pressure is placed on the contractor is motivated to cut corners. Cutting corners lead to poor workmanship, and poor workmanship leads to construction defects. For example, if the weather is truly worse than anticipated, or lead time or material are affected by market conditions, it is best to willingly provide a contractor with adequate time to do the job correctly, even if doing requires a reasonable time extension. Also, when commencing construction, constructor justifiably expects that all necessary permits are in place. They will have access to the work. They will receive timely engineering and owner supplier information. Shop drawings will be promptly reviewed, and unexpected conditions or change will be fairly compensated. Where these expectations are not met, delays inevitably occur. To ensure success, all project participants should have reasonable expectation and know that some element of delay must be tolerated. Last but not least, there is peer review of the design. A peer review provides with an unbiased assessment of your design team's work by analyzing the project code compliance, efficiency, quality, and the clarity. An incomplete, inaccurate, or purely coordinated design will inevitably produce a project with complete unanticipated costs, delays, and claims. Conversely, nothing diminishes the risk of conflict and provides more protections for the owner than inaccurate and complete designs. Peer review involves an independent architect or engineer reviewing the plan in an effort to uncover errors, omissions, and inconsistencies. The modest cost is justified by avoiding the delays, disruptions, and extra costs that usually result when design errors are discovered in the field after construction is underway.